Hi, I'm Chef Cosmo Meens. We're here at Cook Culture, and today we're going to go through how to make the crispy fish salad, which has all the flavors classically connected to Thai cuisine with a crispy rockfish, like a white fish that's been crisped up. When I first had this in Thailand, it was called lab bladuk, and it was served in a fish that had been butterflied open and was crispy deep fried, and then all the flesh was crispy fried and mixed with mint and cilantro and shallots and lemongrass and lime juice and fish sauce. So this is a recreation of that in a smaller form for you to do at home. Okay, to start out with our crispy rockfish salad, what we got to do is take a beautiful boneless, skinless fillet of some type of white fish. In this case, we're going to use rock cod. Okay, I've sprinkled some salt over that. Now we're going to put it into the oven and bake it for about 15 minutes until it's cooked and the water cooks off a bit. Then we'll pulse it into almost like breadcrumbs and crispy fry it. We're going to check our rockfish. We let it dry out a little bit more. Let's see how it looks. Okay, you see a little bit more liquid in there. It's pouring out. The other stuff dried out. This is getting really close. We'll put it in for another 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so it looks like our fish is done. Let's pull it out. You can see all this juice is dried out. Not much more is running out of the fish. Tiny bit, but that's okay. We're going to put it over here to let it cool, and then we'll come back and pulse it up and get it ready to make our crispy rockfish salad. And so you can see this fish doesn't look amazing just like that, but what we wanted to do is we just wanted to cook it, dry it out a bit, and then we're going to chop this up and we're going to food process it into like a fluffy breadcrumb-like consistency. Okay, so we're going to put that in our food processor, and we're just going to pulse it up a couple times. Until it looks like so. Okay, and we don't want too much water content in there because we're going to be putting it into hot oil, and we don't want it to kick off a bunch of water and get kind of crazy. Okay, so we've pulsed up our fish. I have some oil warming in our wok over here, and I just want to give you a note about deep fat frying in your house, okay? So you want to use an oil that has a high smoke point. So optimally it would be grapeseed oil, possibly avocado oil, canola oil, or a lot of Thais use peanut oil, okay? So when you're doing this, you just want to be really aware not to get water globules in your oil. So that might mean you're washing your hands. Don't flick your water on your hands. If you have other pots on the stove and they would bubble over, what happens if water gets into hot oil, it gets trapped because it's oil and water don't mix. So the water goes in there and it vibrates and vibrates, and then it explodes. And when it explodes, it brings oil with it and can, give you a burn if you're in the vicinity. It also is very flammable. So if you have an open flame in your home, it's also a fire hazard. So just be very cautious. Sometimes when doing fish, it also leaves a long residual smell in your household. So like at my mom's house, she will not let us fry fish in there. I have to bring the barbecue over if we want to do fish or do something outside. Okay? So I can smell this oil's getting hot. I'm going to take a small piece of our fish and I'm going to test the oil, and this is nice and hot. Okay? So we're going to just put a little piece in and test that. That's really nice and toasty and hot. Make sure nothing's on the utensil that I'm using. I've got a plate with paper towel over here that I'm going to use to receive the crispy fish once it's done. And then we're going to crispy fry this fish. I'm going to get it all in there. It's going to cool the oil down just a little bit. We want it to still be going nice and furiously like that. And it forms this kind of like an island. And so I want to break my island up a little bit. And just let that get nice and crispy, okay? And you see when you first put it in, it gets really super furious. So just keep in mind to not have too much oil in your wok or your pot, because that fluffing up when you first put something in there, if it were to overflow and it's on an open flame, that's also a big fire hazard. So that's a no-no. So be very careful until you get comfortable. Maybe use a thermometer or do various things to safeguard against that excessive heat. Okay, so now we can see we've got this nice crispy fish coming out here. We're going to just ladle that out with our spider. And then let it just drain off a bit on the paper towel while we get ready to make our crispy fish salad with our other ingredients. Okay, so we've just crispy fried our fish. You can see how crispy and delicious that looks. Okay. Now you could also, if for whatever reason for health concerns, you don't want to crispy deep fry your fish, grill it and break it up, and this salad is beautiful with just grilled fish as well, okay? So just remember that all the things that we talk about are building blocks that then you can then deconstruct and reassemble however you like. So we're going to start here with some garlic. You could use a whole garlic clove. I've got some already cut up here. So we're going to do some garlic. And same thing, this is de-seeded chili. We're going to put some of that in. And we're going to work that into a paste. So we're just going to crush first. Okay. Crushing, crushing, crushing. And then we're going to smear round and round until we got a beautiful chili garlic paste. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in some shaved lemongrass rounds. Okay, we're going to get some lemongrass in there. And we're going to smash that up into our chili garlic paste and work those three ingredients together. Okay, next we're going to use some ground turmeric, some palm sugar, some fish sauce, and some lime juice. And now this, just this alone, is a great base as a building block. You could take this, stop there, emulsify in some type of oil and make a Thai vinaigrette. You could also spoon this sauce just over grilled fish on some rice with some fresh tomato and cilantro. This is something you could stop here and do, but this is going to be the base for our salad today. And now we've got our turmeric, palm sugar, fish sauce, and lime juice all blended in. And the smell of this just catapults me back to Thailand. This is so fragrant and full and delicious. So now you can see that's a beautiful paste, which would make a great dipping sauce for various things. You could dip prawns in there, make a Thai salad, like I said, a whole bunch of different options. Okay, so next we're going to take some peanuts. And work that in. Then we're going to take some shallots, some red onion, some fresh tomato. And we're not trying to smash it all into a paste at this point. We just want to work the flavors together. And we're going to take some mint and just tear our fresh mint leaves up in there. We're going to take a bunch of cilantro. Using our spoon, we'll just clear that off. And now we're going to go after our crispy fish. And we're just going to crunch that up into there. And that fish is going to soak up all that flavor. So we're just going to turn that around and just churn it. And we can just smell how delicious that is. We'll give it a taste. And we'll check and see if we need any more lime or any more fish sauce. Maybe just a smidge of lime. This is where you get to play a little bit. Make sure it's just right before you serve it. That's where the fun comes in. It's just tweaking right at the end. And let's take just a little bit more fresh cilantro for plating. And then let's plate this. Beautiful crispy fish salad. That nice piece of crispy fish that landed right at the top. We'll put a little bit of mint on the side. We'll dust it all with some fresh cilantro. And there is our la bladuc, or crispy fish salad. So good. I can't wait to eat this. Okay. Enjoy. Happy cooking.